Tired, man.
Oh, I had a day. All right, here we go. Ready?
Who knows?
There it goes.
No.
Live. Oh, and my socks stink like so bad. Oh, I don't know. And I got a tall boy over there. All right, I think we're going live. We'll be right back.
Is he pooping? He just put us on live and then just leave us?
Yeah.
What a wild move.
He's just showing it's his world.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, fuck. All right, here we go. Welcome. We're on Facebook Live. I'm going to give it a minute or two. Let some people catch up with us. I just stripped down. I said, Amanda, can you please bring me down? Can you at least bring me down some shorts because I've got some really bad nut job going. Oh, fuck. All right, here we go. Ready? We got anybody in here? We got some people watching. Here we go. I've earned that today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 18. Big day today. Here we go. I'm just walking in from umpiring a cash tournament all day long. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I messaged Cooley on the way home and I said, hey, Cooley, one, umping softball's way harder than hardball where it's fast pitching. Boom, quicker. Two, you need any umps. Big boy J. Rowe would be great behind the plate if you need a guy. So that's why we're a little late. But with me, you know who I got. Dustin Merrill.
What's up, J-Ro? Sounded like you had a long day there, but yeah, I'm wondering what you're drinking tonight. Tonight I got a Prairie Artisan Ales slush.
I love it. Oh, you were drinking that yesterday.
Yeah. I got a 4-pack on Friday, and it's nice. It's a nice little sour.
I love it, man. It's delicious. Hey, Coco beware. Coco, how you doing? Got to see you and your beautiful baby boy today. How's it going?
It's good. He and I spent a lot of time outside today. We went to the golf course afterwards, and he just hits the ball around the rough when no one's around. It was good. I'm drinking an Equilibrium Photon, so a nice pale. It's nice. It's nice and light. Trying to be smart. Last Sunday got away from me a little bit. Monday morning wasn't the best to wake up to.
I gotta tell you, you're not the only one because we stayed on a little later after you left, and I woke up and I said, "Wow, is this how I'm starting my week?" And I'm just gonna hang out with a hangover for the rest of it. And yep, I haven't woken up sober yet. Jim, the President O'Connor. Hopefully, it's not raining in there.
Nope. Dry as hell, doing well, J-Ro. Happy to be here. Today I'm drinking High Noon. I don't know if you guys have been on the noons at all, but they're fire. Yeah. Black Cherry High Noon. That's what I'm on today. But interested, J-Ro, sounds like you logged a few hours at some softball fields this weekend. Interested to hear some recap.
So Friday, I think I took Friday night off from slow pitch. I think I don't remember. Because it all blurs. Saturday, obviously saw the lives and I said, well, let's check out the mixed. We had people asking about it last week. Jesus Christ, my backpack just fell back there. I'm sorry, kind of a mess. So we had Saturday, we went down, watched Tip play. And then they played a 2:00 game. Dustin said he was going to join me. So we went over to Twardarski, which was an absolute mess, just 4,000 cars everywhere. And we set up down the left field line, watched Robbie Torrey put an abysmal show on. Just awful.
My thoughts on Buckley this year went way down after that inning.
It was bad.
It was bad. I don't know what you're going to do with him, Jim. It's going to be tough.
But then we, after that, I'm like, that worked oh shit. I said that was, we're okay here. Let's go. Sorry. This is still screwing me up right now. I just hit the live feed in my ear and I started getting the surround sound. I apologize. We're still rookies, still working this out. So after the 2:00 game with Dustin, I was like, hey, let's check some things out. I heard that my boys from the Pirates play a little co-ed, a little mixed. So I actually went back I bypassed BP with Benny and Dustin. And I went to Los Primos, and we didn't get Mark Tower J-Row, but we got pretty fucking close to it. It's fun. I gotta tell you, mixed isn't that bad. I know we all like it's getting shit on, but mixed at that level is pretty good. No?
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry, I was looking at you're being yelled at a couple of times online.
we're not
that's
supposed to pay
catches
attention.
my-
Yeah. Don't
I
let me
can't.
interrupt, man.
I got ADD. It's like a butterfly just went
Oh,
by. I'm
man.
following it.
You told Hayes not to do it, so
Yeah.
he's
he's doing
immediately
it.
gonna do it.
Guess what?
All right, I'll stop.
I've got control, so guess what?
So I actually did not.
I can unmute myself, jackass.
I don't think I saw a full like great game. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. I mean,
Yeah, I think you were probably there for the championship though, right?
no, I only stayed for the winners bracket final. Amanda, my production assistant and graphic designer, said, "You get one game. You can do BP. You can do winners bracket final. You get one of those. What do you want?" I took the winners bracket final, and I had a blast. It was good.
I do.
Yeah.
Can I say something? I do love your Superman aspect of how you run into Los Primos, and then you come out and it's live J-Row.
It's just something, huh?
You give the people what they want.
Oh God.
Because we could not really find a groove during that 2:00 game. I mean, we were lied to immediately by the umpire. That was like we're like, "Oh, how's everything going here?" He's like, "Oh, we're running on time. Everything's good." I'm like, "It's 45 minutes after the start of the game, and you're letting these guys take grounders."
I love that, Billy. Yeah, Billy's. I look at my watch. It's like, no, Billy, we're half hour behind.
Yeah, but yeah, we didn't know what was appropriate to say, what was not, more importantly, what was not appropriate to say. But I think we found out that you can say just about anything, if not more, at mixed, right? What did we hear? That hit me right in the dick hole.
I took a ball right in the dick hole.
Yep.
And then
I'm just like, okay.
And then off to the side, all I heard was, "I've got so much sand in my fucking vagina."
Yeah, something you never hear at a men's tournament. Well, you probably should, but you don't hear it.
I don't know. Being behind the plate today, I definitely heard some people with sandy vaginas.
Oh
boy.
You want to go into how did the way tournament?
I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, it was electric. Okay, I had the Legion, and it was all about the fucking show. I rang somebody up on it was a flat pitch, like it was flatter as flat, but he went through his legs, and I just said, "Fuck it," I gave it all. I said it over on the Instagram live when I was coming over here, telling people we're going to be a little late. I got to see Tab pitch. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was mentioning when it was just Dustin and I. She can pitch. Those balls were like, she threw one between her legs, and I think you called it a ball, and it was definitely close if it wasn't a strike. She was good. Her knuckleball moves, like she was making it go left, right. I was very impressed. She might have been the best pitcher I saw.
She's coming at you. She'll just stand there. She looks like a Japanese pitcher, just hanging up on her leg one time, sitting, doing all this shit. I've wanted to watch Tab pitch for a long time. Spanky said, "If you're going to be doing a game, I'm going to put Tab back there." And then Tab and I were, she was catching for Spanky the last 2 games, but I had a blast. Like, obviously I was doing it more. Listen, I'm not an ump. I kind of know a strike zone a little bit.
Allegedly
is right. But it was, I had a blast. I had fun. I try to keep it fun, and I try to keep the rapport with everybody. Listen, I'm not an umpire. I wanted a mat, but it was, I had a great time. I think a lot of people had fun, and I made it like, I look like fucking, what is it? In Naked Gun 33.5, where Richard, Nielsen's the umpire.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah.
He's just doing like the split behind the dish.
I had a double play ball. So I'm over at second, right? So I'm at second. I give him the out there, and I fucking come running across the entire field. and I get him at first, and I just pow, and then I just keep walking. I walked around like this.
I think, is Cooley going to do that in the next local U-Trip tournament?
I hope so.
I think he has to now. The bar has been set.
I hope so. I'll give Cooley tips on how to be electric.
He won't hear you. I'll have his headphone in.
I'll call him. Oh, but no, it was good. It was fun. I gotta tell you again, though, there's a lot of great players playing today. International one, which is, Angela Roman's team, Tab, Spanky, Jay Cotto, HUD. I mean, then they beat Platinum Fire, which Gary Levesque, I know we talk about him a little bit. He hit a fucking ball that, that neighbor that always gets the balls hit into their pool.
Yeah,
it was their across the street neighbor that had the ball in their yard.
They built the bridge recently, or they were working on one to make it easier. So that's nice.
Oh, it was something. So it was good. It was fun. And I got to tell you, I don't know a lot of calls. Spanky yelled at me at one time, just one time. And he's like, you can't call. I'm like, I don't know. What do you want me to do for? So whenever it was a high pitch, I just started giving the old point up to the sky. I just don't know. Man, whatever. I'm trying to have fun with it and make sure we're in good shape. But it was the umping is a little tougher from behind the plate for slow pitch, I felt, than baseball. I think it's just easy as hell.
There's a reason when we ran one before, whoever I was with, I would just be like, I'll do the bases. I didn't want to get behind the plate. No way.
D, what do you think? You umped.
So you know what I think is really strange is as an umpire behind the dish, you almost feel obligated to describe, tell them how it missed or why it missed. You just call balls and strikes. If you don't think it's a strike, just
that makes sense.
You know what I mean? But I feel like in softball, that's the only time you hear oh, it was over his back shoulder. It was too high. It was outside. It was inside. Almost all umpires do it. It's strange.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it was just and you're right. And that's what I did. Everything I did. The pitch was, if the pitch missed one side or the other, I gave him, it was more, shocking. It was more elegant and elaborate. It was more of a push. But then Vanty and I started doing a 2-man, and holy fuck, that was fun too. Oh, and I was giving warnings out. I gave a lot of warnings out. I actually tossed Colby Boulay finally. But I gave 7 warnings per player, per team, per game.
Well, you tossed Colby?
Yeah. After he actually didn't want to be there. He was looking a little hurting from last night. So he didn't want to be there. So I actually kept him in the game. I gave him a couple warnings. He wanted more. And I actually started taking him away and kept him there the entire day.
You also threw Blad out after the game ended. You said you're done in that game.
Yep.
So,
and that's the thing.
He wasn't taking any shit.
No shit. 4 there was, and then between games you had 4. You could get 4 warnings as a spectator, and then that reset every hour. Fair enough.
I was shocked you didn't throw Coop out.
So how many ejections in total today for you?
Holy shit. Yeah. What?
One.
Just
2.
one.
2. Blad and Colby, but they were both done playing.
You did warn Tony as a spectator from your own
Tony
team.
got warned, and no, there was nobody. Although at one point, 22 a day, Platinum Fire in the losers bracket final. Vanty was behind the dish. I was on the bases. Things were getting heated. People started arguing with balls and strikes. I started handing out warnings like it was fucking candy. And I came right up and I set the tone. And I said, listen, everybody needs to calm down here. We have this under control. Settle down.
I'm just thinking of you coaching the bases right now. Do you have any outfielders ask you to move at all?
No, because I stood behind a huge human at second base, Gary Levesque, and then Brandon Polizzi on 22 a day. Cavalry, I was behind. I stayed on the outfield grass, kind of in the cut, because I only got hit with one ball on my ass, but it was over the top of me. But I was pretty agile out there. I'm an agile guy. Quick.
Oh, definitely. Nimble.
That's what I was going to go with. Nimbly.
Absolutely nimble. What about back to co-ed for you, J-Ro? How many roster offers did you get yesterday?
None.
Was anyone trying to pick you up?
No. And wow. I want to play.
Wow.
I want to play mixed. I want to play mixed. And nobody wants to pick up the big boy J-Row, which is
Wow.
fine because I'll just keep potting and I'll start umping and I'll just
That's a
throw
shock.
everybody out.
I figured a lot of teams would have been asking for your services yesterday.
Oh,
Wow.
The
I was
disrespect.
honestly,
The disrespect.
somebody needs a first baseman, third baseman on your team. Give me a buzz.
At the very least, a hype man, like one of the best in the biz.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, bud.
I love that. Like,
I'm sure you'll see the offers rolling in the comments.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
He's the
pretty
team
easy,
rah
right?
rah guy, the big rah
I
rah.
would let
guy.
you know if there are any of the comments, but I was told
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to look.
How the Panda Pack hasn't picked you up yet is
That's a shock.
it's crazy to me.
But
He drinks all their booze.
my boy David Ethier again had another commentated play-by-play game, pulled the comments, pulled the clips, puts it up, tags Bring It, tags J-Row. Absolutely loved. Ooh, big injury. This is probably going to segue us into the DNIT down in Connecticut, but big injury. Jose Torres Colon broke his leg.
Sliding into third.
Ouch. That sucks.
This is why you don't slide. Like
You beat me
there's
to
one
it.
there's
don't
there's
be
one rule in
fast.
softball. Don't slide. You either go and you're safe or don't.
And if you're
don't
gonna
go.
slide head first.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not sliding head first, so
Yeah.
I'm
Just
back to don't slide.
But that sucks. I feel bad for him. I hope he
Yeah.
quick recovery for him, hopefully.
You might be able to hear him on the 5 o'clock game because
He was down there.
Yeah. Yeah. He was hanging out.
He
giving me
broke his
talkers.
leg,
Yeah.
went to the doctor, got it fixed, and went back to the tournament. That is
Got it
fucking-
fixed.
Fixed.
that's
It's done. It's
incredible.
fixed.
Yeah, he got a
Miracle
swing.
shit.
He got a swing, hit a home run, easy.
Wait, he got a swing after he broke his leg? Oh, Jesus. I was gonna say,
He's not.
what did they do at that hospital?
Oh God.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
And this is where it's kind of going too, is that Jose, I think we picked some people off last week when we were talking about National Gold, because Jose's sitting there, it's the fucking Ville, so we the best, baby. Fuck National Gold. Was getting some chirps there. You heard some chirps on the 5 because National Gold and Mass Wolverines played. So I wanted to pull it up when we were doing our thing at Todarski there, D. And I talked to the fast little fucker, Damien, and he said previously, I forget, they beat somebody 6-4. Neither team hit and just had some defense, but I haven't talked to anybody from the Mass Wolverines game. Hey, here's kind of the thing. I threw it out there yesterday on the Instagram Live. We want people to send us some recaps. Not necessarily of just your team, but overall tournament. Like, we can't be at every tournament every weekend, or we can if we find a bankroll. But send us some shit in. We got some stuff from New Era Wolfpack after their tournament. So send us some stuff so we can talk about it a little better. But Mass Wolverines beat National Gold, and then National Gold lost to RDD. I believe it was RDD. So they went 2-2, and Mass Wolverines had a fucking day.
Yeah, and we also that blackout team ended up winning the tournament, and we've heard a little bit about them recently. So yeah, it's hard to say at this point now. Like, the D is locked in.
There's like 10
It's
really good teams.
So hard
at
to
least.
say. Yeah, that national tournament. If all these teams make it to that point, that national tournament is going to be a pretty good tournament.
Ooh,
It's going to be huge.
Got to be 2 days.
Oh, if it's not 2 days, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's 2 weekends. Like, I have no idea how they're going to do. I feel like there's a million teams.
The Plex will be buzzing that day, Jared.
Oh my God.
You can take our word for that. But
Yeah.
I can't wait to be at the Plex next weekend. But they're really, like, Dave Morrison messaged me. He's like, don't sleep on Blackout. I'm like, who the fuck is Blackout? Like, when I found out, I did a little digging, little digging into Blackout, and I guess they almost folded a couple times. They had to pull out of 2 tournaments. They couldn't get guys to commit, and man, Jesus Christ, whatever guys you got to commit was huge. So it sounds like, so I know Phil Butler was doing the National Gold feeds. It looks like if you go to the RDD Webby Facebook page, they have all their games live as well there. So that's good to know. I'll probably be pulling up, I'll pull up a couple of their games on their feed, but you're right. I'm trying to think, like, just off the top of my head, you think about the D teams around here, you go, I mean, really starting around here, Hitmen, Ville, National Gold, Mass Wolverines, RDD, who the fuck else? Like, we've talked about so many different teams all the time. I don't know. I can't even think about more. Like, just because everybody, I feel like there's so many top heavy guys, and I want to see what happens when things start to, Beast of the East is going to be a big weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we have a list for the D Beast? Does anyone have that?
I just looked up the Northeast National to try to get that. It is listed as 2 days right now, 28th and 29th of August, with 1 team entered.
Wow.
There's going to be 70 more, I feel.
Right now it's listed as 47 or something for the max.
Yeah,
47 max.
That won't be just
40
at the
max.
Plex.
Sorry,
I can't imagine that'll be only at the Plex. No
Yeah,
way.
that's going to be tough.
I'll grab the Beast right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be, the entire state of Connecticut is going to host that.
Yeah. Going back to the mix, we got an A&D plumbing guy as the tournament MVP, Danny Pope.
Nice.
Oh, he was good yesterday.
He in the middle infield, that guy can play. He gloves everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, he was good. Jay Cueto, plays for Smith. How do you say his last name? Cueto. Yeah, the little cheating lefty. You lefties all fucking cheats. Like, I'm just gonna slap it.
I need to learn to do that.
But I saw him all weekend, and he played in the tournament today too. I don't know, the decent at best team in the mixed.
They were good.
They went 4-2, and they beat a lot of good teams.
Yeah, they were pretty good. I think it was a few innings that I saw. They could hit. Their girls were good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Not to bounce back to this, but also Colby Boulay.
What?
With an all tournament team
for twerking or what?
No,
I don't know.
He told me how he did, and I was all pumped up and jazzed for him. And then I watched his first at bat today at the Legion, where he fouled out without reaching even as far as the pitcher. And I was like, you lied to me. There's no way you did what you said you did, and then that's your first swing. But I mean, his chest was open. That he didn't look like he had slept much.
No, and he didn't. Sounds like our friends at Los Primos took care of some softball boys last night. Edith took care of the boys, so a lot of boys.
Joeyville Slugger.
Wow, what a name!
Yeah,
Joeyville Slugger.
Joeyville Slugger.
That's great.
He was hurting all the fucking day, but I'll give him credit. He was still there at the end of the day.
And they were, a bunch of them were staying behind Los Primos, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the hotel.
He stayed at the hotel.
They booked the hotel 3 days ago, Joey was saying.
Oh, so they played
Great
Saturday
choice.
and Sunday?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I
good for them.
That.
Yeah. I mean, Los Primos, what a hot spot too.
I'm telling you, tell either J-Ro, Gio, or Coed sent you, and she's going to take care of you.
Birthday boy Tori was behind the bar at one point. The door closes and locks, and then it's fucking.
He was stuck.
It's an Eden down there.
And it's just great. Definitely swing by Merrimack. So, I'm kind of scrambling here, trying to piece some stuff together. Trying to pull up the what's it called, the agenda real quick. But no, it was fun. Oh, Joey Merrimack, that's where we're going. Joeyville Slugger. Tony was calling him his favorite 5th grader all day, which was pretty funny. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
That is a good one. Well, it's funny when we sent the picture of Joey I sent a picture of Joey to HUD, and he was like, "Oh, that place must have great high chairs," because he looks like he's one of the adults at that table. Joey catches some shit, but when you're that much of a legend around Merrimack, it's bound to happen.
No, I think is it gone though? Is Merrimack? He hasn't won in Merrimack in so long.
This is
what happens?
I don't know. I feel like it wasn't that long ago that they were winning tournaments. Maybe a month in Merrimack. Okay.
Oh, before we get off the mix, this was the quote of the day. We're getting back to sand in the vagina. We're leaving, and I think at this point she was back to being my wife and not my production assistant. So Amanda, she was off the clock. We're just driving home. Amanda goes, She goes, we had just watched the Panda Pack versus Tit game. She goes, the asses on those catchers were just so nice. I'm like, that's the kind of commentary I want, because it's two women. So it was lovely to be able to stand back there with lovely bums. Or not. Okay, it was coming from a woman. There was not much there. Yeah, I don't know. I threw it on there. I wanted to remember, but I don't know. I'm going to take a sit back for a minute. I'm going to put myself on mute and let you guys go for a second.
J-Ro's feeling it today. You can tell. Just how many games did J-Ro? You can use your hands if you want, but how many games did you call this weekend?
8. So today I umpired every game but 2. So probably 8 or 9. And I was not fucking quiet. Shocking.
Nope.
And then yesterday, I don't know, we did 4 games maybe on the live feed.
I was there for
3.
I think it was 3. 1 full game, and then I was half of another one and maybe a quarter of the one before that.
And you were down at Udicky climbing like buckets and shit to get over the fence, so you don't have the fence filter on for other people.
I know. As soon as I put up on the pod, that inconsiderate jerk already chirped me, and he's like, "Can you get rid of the fence filter?" So I am looking into a wide angle lens for when we're down at the Plex. I have a grip tie. Thank you very much, Cliff. And we're gonna really try to take our level up a couple notches.
A wide lens and hotspot. That's what we need.
We have to see about the hotspot. Yeah. I think we need to see how it actually works, or if it works.
Because I tell you, my phone works fine, except for you, Dickie.
Right.
Nashua.
Trashua.
All right.
We did have some trouble with the zip ties though, trying to get all professional. We just couldn't figure it out. I put like 6 of those tiny little zip ties together, tried to strap it, the phone fell, and we're like, we're done. We're done. We're just gonna put it on the tripod.
Although we did I like being on the tripod. I know the fence filter sucks, but I like being on the tripod because, like, with the Maine Mallards yesterday, we got to show off their jersey. Last weekend I got to show off some of the fans. We had fan interaction. We had kids wanting to be on the broadcast. We wanted to show off the beverages. So it's a nice way to interact with everybody.
Yeah, I like the tripod.
Just the fence just gets in the fucking way.
Yeah,
exactly.
I say we just try to sneak it right onto the field this Saturday.
Just
leave it in the back.
That actually happens though. Like, you see people on fields. I mean,
in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those fields there's a lot of
room. deep backstops there for sure.
Yeah. But the thing is that, like, it definitely happens.
Oh, for sure.
We just put the tripod right inside on the fence, snake through for the microphones, and
no, I tell you. So if you're going solo, it's great because I use a Bluetooth earbud, and it's wonderful. I haven't listened to the one D and I did, but with just the Bluetooth, it is awesome.
Did I just get demoted to just schlepping gear this weekend?
No, because we're gonna have our mic. We're probably gonna do what D and I did. It all depends on what you're there for. We're probably gonna call. So as you guys have probably heard, we're gonna be at the Northeast Shootout this weekend. We're gonna have a broadcast. We're gonna have a Bring It studio in the hotel room. And then I don't know. Well, I mean, how many games are we gonna stream? Who knows?
There's a bunch of games, bunch of good teams. Yeah, we'll probably, maybe we post a schedule or something like that before we go.
I know we got some interviews set up for sure.
And there's that one spot kind of in the back where you have the 4 fields all right there. So like we'll be able to set up shop and be able to move around pretty quickly too.
And I think that's where we'll be. I think I haven't talked to John, but it sounds like that's where we're going to be. So we'll have our table there. We'll probably have our banner, which new logo. I think my graphic designer's working on it in the kitchen. We'll have our new logo, but we're going to set up the table. We're going to have a computer. We're going to be doing different things. We're going to have interviews at the field, and then we're going to live stream games too. So Not going on.
We'll get you
Around.
a lime and a twisty for you, J-Ro.
We should live stream J-Ro's reaction when he first walks into the Plex.
We could try to make
Just
that
the
happen.
authentic
Yeah.
reaction.
When he
Oh
gets
my
charged
God.
or after the money at the beginning. Can we get like press passes?
Yeah, J-Ro might need to get a press pass.
And we just walk in.
Ooh.
Yes.
I mean, can we
Just
just
see
put
if-
on hoodies?
I know it's about $3 to get in there. So
Okay, that's not bad.
I'll buy the press pass.
I tell you what,
It'd still
having
be
the
funny.
first time Plex, I'm really excited for my first time at a Plex then, at the Plex. Well, you guys talk about it.
you're gonna love it, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna absolutely, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if J-Ro sleeps there.
It was funny though, because one of the Pirates guys was playing on PF today. He was saying how they fucked up the Plex because they changed everything after that. They were down there for that tournament. Because they can't
Really?
bring their Patron.
In what way?
I don't know what they could possibly change.
Well, now there's no
Oh, that
yes.
they changed the
Yeah.
extracurriculars in the
Yeah,
parking lot.
so-
Yeah, I don't think that was gonna affect you, but I don't think that would affect your experience.
No,
And
no,
Go
that's-
inside, play laser tag or whatever they have in there.
What?
I've never been in there.
I don't actually know.
I
There's
don't
a
think they have
bathroom.
laser tag.
I'm
Unless they
pretty
do.
sure there's not a laser tag in there.
No, probably not. That was a stretch. There's kids' birthday parties in there. Who knows what they're doing? But there's
So
actually
are there a lot of kids there?
sometimes.
They'll have like soccer and other tournaments, but they're not in the same location as us. Like they share a parking lot though. Like they're
Right.
up on the other side of the parking lot.
And then like 15-year-olds are hired to work and go through and like tell people they're not allowed to drink in the parking lot and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure that works well, right?
Yeah.
But if you have time and you need to go to the bathroom, there are bathrooms inside that building that are much less hot boxy than those ones way at the end.
How about we slow down on that real quick? How about since we have we're a big podcast now, we don't want to be giving away our secret shitters.
I poop a lot. I like to help people out.
Oh, can we not talk about pooping right now? I have a tight butthole going, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to hold this one in until the end of the pod.
I actually had a great poop today. I really did.
Oh,
Jim,
this
do you
is
want
the-
to talk about your BMs at all?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll pass on that one.
I mean, this is, you boys asked before, and we're going to bring this real personal. Like, this is a shower one. Like I was at the field all day, umping, and I don't trust myself. Even the bidet is not going to help out.
How tired were you today by the last game? Just
I
ready to
was
be done.
I was a little jello. I was a little worried, to be honest with you about my legs, not my legs, my voice for tonight. And I know I'm probably raspy. Tomorrow I'll probably be not working, just because like I'm sure I won't have a voice, but I'll just be doing a lot of emails at best. But that was good. I was beat. It was a long day. It was hot, and I got a great tan.
Get yourself some tea tonight. Rest up that.
Yeah, you
the
got to rest
throat.
up, man. Big weekend for you coming up.
There you go. There's the
We
tea.
have tea.
It's as easy as that.
Arrow has 1,000 people to become best friends with this coming weekend.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to be friends with all you.
He's going to be best friends with everybody by the time we go home.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm looking forward to meeting some of you sons of bitches that do interact with us a lot and have shared. And I get excited by this. I think this is something I love doing this. And I can't wait to meet people that actually support us in doing this.
Yeah, next weekend is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Is there 19 teams or is it 20?
Yeah, 19 teams. I think a few teams backed out.
It should be just unreal ball. Like for up in this area, that's going to be one of the best tournaments we can get to. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to see some of that.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got there's a lot of good C teams, and then the D teams are. I mean, you've got Blackout, RDD. You know what I mean? Those are two what we would say probably two of the better D teams in the area, and then almost every single C team is pretty solid. So it's going to be a great tournament.
I'm excited to see Sealy's team this weekend.
Yes,
I don't know. Have they played yet
Same.
this year?
I think they played once.
They always
Check.
bring out a very, very, very good squad. So I'm
Twice
sure
was
they'll-
that.
GTP.
Okay. Yep.
So
I
I'm sure
think
they'll have a
they're
good
there.
squad.
Yeah,
6-2 overall.
Oh, okay, so they've played.
4-1 at the Razorback. Pretty
Wow,
decent.
that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let's take a real quick look. Let's do the all-tourney. Do we have an all-tourney for the Rose City Rumble? I'm pulling that up, roll, while we look at all the schedules for everything. And yeah, I'm just holding on by a thread. We got Blackout Tournament MVP Ryan Nelson. Mass Wolverines, Adam Pereira, Scott Hubert from Blackout. RDD had 3, 4. Okay, so it's all RDD, Mass Wolverines, and Blackout. Obviously the top 3 teams. Mass Wolverines went 1 and 2. RDD went 7 and 2. Holy shit, that's a lot of games.
Yeah, it looks like they might have lost their first game.
Wow.
Second game. Lost their second game.
9 games one day.
Out.
Have a day.
Those legs probably feel great.
Okay, 9 games umping them out, and let alone playing more.
Umping is tiring, man. It really is. And I was doing 3 games a night for the fall ball, and I was exhausted by the end of the last game.
Hey, I gotta tell you, I was disappointed with your umping though, because I wanted some, and I got on Jimmy too. I got on Vanty because there was no excitement in any calls, not in the strikeouts. Like, where is it? Give me it.
Yeah, I wasn't there to show anyone up, but sometimes you need that. But I did chirp back. That was the nice thing about being like an affiliated umpire, like not being like no one could yell at me. I was in charge of the league too, so it was nice but people were nice to me. They didn't chirp me, so I didn't have much chirping back to do.
Isn't it good to not like really know the umpire was even there though?
Yes.
No, they knew I was there. I'm sure they all thought I sucked.
No. I'm saying like when you're in a tournament, it's nice to at the end. Obviously, like this was J Rose like teams tournament, but I like it at the end when it's like not an umpire. Like I don't need Cowboy Joe West back there.
Yeah.
Like that's bad. Angel Hernandez. Like we don't need Tank. That they make it about them kind of.
Yeah.
It's nice when it's just kind of like, hey, thanks. Didn't even realize you were there for the most part. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't
for a real tournament, I wouldn't be doing that shit.
And if it wasn't for Tank making it a little bit about himself, who knows what we'd be called? Our podcast.
We wouldn't have even started.
It would just be Untitled Podcast is what we would be.
Oh God, it'd still be.
J-Rose never met Tank, I don't think.
No, I have no idea who Tank is.
What a human!
An absolute legend of the game.
One of the few where the stories sound outrageous, and then you meet him, and it gets bigger.
Yeah,
the stories sound too big.
Just like his streaking story and the soccer ball story that we've told.
It's one of my favorites.
Because I was there, that is the best Tank story that there is.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt.
Because I was there, that kid's parents were there, his friends were there, and his friends' parents were there, and they all saw it. They all saw a grown man run at a soccer ball and kick it as hard as he can and drill it right into
hit the kid right in the face.
7-year-old's face.
Yeah, right in the nose. And I don't know about 11. He might have been like 8 years old. He was
said 7.
You said 7? I thought you said 11.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
But the kid was okay. He got right back up.
One tournament
allegedly
where he brought meat out of his trunk and just started making steak and cheese subs.
Okay.
He was like, you guys want to buy these? We're like, no.
That was one of our tournaments.
$8 a sandwich, and people were like, I'm not buying that. It got him down to like $2 a sandwich.
He would haggle with people selling.
I've seen him barter with meat for sure.
Wild.
Big meat barter guy.
Hey, stop speaking about bartering and buying things. Bring it studio /knockaround. Want some sunglasses? Want to help out the pod? We're now an affiliate member. There was a post earlier this week. I know I talked about it last week. We finally got the link, and it's bringit.studio /knockaround. We'll put it, we'll repost this week. We'll tag it in the post on Tuesday. But yeah, no, that's exciting. I know a couple of guys have already bought sunglasses, and hey, if you want to look good, go knock around.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on that. I need some, I had some nice sunglasses that I left on the hood of my car the other day and then drove away. So I'm sunglass free at the moment. So I'm going to grab some of those.
It's not a good place to leave them. Is that what you're saying?
Certainly not.
I never know what J-Ro's doing. I get so excited when he's coming back.
Got a notebook.
I'm pretty sure they're completely custom too. Like you
They
can
are.
make them any color. You can make them polarized. You can make the lenses different colors. Pretty sweet.
I'm working on Bring It glasses right now.
Love it.
So,
I'm
and
gonna be
Jim,
rocking
like
one of those.
I think I have 20 pairs. They're $20, $25, $30. I think 35 is the highest they go. But for me, I wear them on the field. I have, a couple in the truck, and I lose glasses. So I like a good cheap pair, and they're awesome. And you get good pieces. I'm not a big fan of the premiums. I think they're the ones that kind of go out with the ear pieces. But I'm a big fan. The Torrey Pines and the Fastlane are my two preferred styles. So we'll give you some intel on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check them out tonight.
I will. I'll put it in the comments real quick on this. So
Yeah, throw it in there.
yeah. Oh man, this is getting painful. I'm glad I didn't eat Metamucil. I didn't eat Metamucil this morning like Blad.
Too much information, man. Way
It
too
really
much.
is. I know. So what else we got going on?
What do we have? Just two games this week, right? For league.
Yep. We got to do some picks.
Oh, yeah, let's.
You getting into league
how are
stuff?
we? How are we sitting? Do we know where we are?
I'm
I
gonna
have
check
no
the
clue.
standings.
I have not updated that.
I have no clue who I picked. All I
still
know
in
is
first.
that I lost the VFW one because we lost on Thursday.
Yeah, I got a little busy with work
did
this
not
week.
get that.
I got a little screwed. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, let's talk. We're going to jump back to mixed while we're pulling this up. Ashley Laramie, I believe is her name. She was playing with the Panda Pack. I left, I believe, in the championship game. She took Mark Blad yard. I saw her at the field. I saw her at Twardarski this morning. She goes, after you left, I went Yabo, and I loved it. But that's a lot of like throwing those balls in and out is a lot, like every other. So.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Do you ever forget? Like, well, I guess you didn't ump it, but I would forget all the time if I was the ump.
So
Don't the coaches have them?
Yeah, base coaches had it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gotten much better since I've umped co-ed because umping it was just like I would keep both of them, one in each pocket, kind of.
Sure. I mean, because it has to alternate, which I didn't realize, but I didn't realize it was also 5 and 5.
Yep.
Or
Yeah,
however
you
it
rules
is.
are 5 and 5.
Yeah.
For your tournament today, did everyone use the same ball?
Yeah.
Or did you have? Okay.
Yeah, we were cheap. Oh man. All right. So we didn't. Big boy J-Ro didn't update the spreadsheet. He can go fuck himself.
So lazy this weekend, man. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. You used to care about us and the pod
What
and the
hell,
people.
bro? This thing's going to shit, J-Ro. Get it together.
Although I did start to see some nice iterations of our new logo. Yes, we're getting a new logo. So we are doing merch. Look behind the curtain if you've seen it on YouTube Live. We're going to get a new logo. So we are working on a new logo. And once we get that new logo, that's where the merch is going to come. As soon as we get that new logo taken care of, we're going to start making some merch.
Yep. Step 1, logo.
Yeah.
Step 2, merch. Step 3, drone. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Bring it,
Sounds
drone.
I feel like J-Ro has a smile on his face, like step 3.
He wants the drone bad, I feel like.
I don't know what I would do. I'm getting my graphic designer just popped her head in the studio and gave me the old fuck you. Oh God. Yeah, I don't have much else from this weekend. Right? Anybody got anything from this weekend you want to talk about before we move on to league stuff?
I thought just going to your tournament today to wrap kind of that part up, I thought it was cool to see the number of people who were there and the number of like good ball players. I remember the first few times I ever played in like a cash tournament that was mixed. It was a lot of teams that looked like that people were just going to get hurt. And the teams, there were a lot of good players there, a lot of tournament, Saturday people there. I saw, is it So What, right? I saw at least one of those jerseys or an SNS landscaping from the women's side. I mean, there's just some good ball players all around there. It was good to see.
I think there was 4 or 5 of So What. I know Tab, Platinum Fire had one. And you're right, Coco. Like that was definitely, and I think that's why I enjoyed it so much, was just seeing the caliber of play from everybody and it not being just a not being just a little rec league co-ed team. Like these were all players. I mean, especially as you got later in the day, but even early in the day, you had players on every team that were just studs. It was fun.
How'd it go, J-Ro? I mean, probably your first time running a tournament. Those things.
Yeah, I didn't
rarely
honestly
goes as according to plan.
I left it up to Hollywood. I let him run it just because he has the experience doing it. Sorry about the motorcycle. But yes,
Phil just got a new motorcycle. That might have been him flying by.
But no, I thought it went smooth. And again, I was trying to have fun. I'm not an umpire. So like for me, it was just more of like trying to keep everybody enjoying themselves. And I missed some calls. I made some bad calls, made some great calls, but more so I missed a lot of calls. I would do it again. Probably a little smaller, keep it at the Legion or Martel. So
I remember running our first tournament, and I think they were like 1 or 2 days beforehand. I was like trying to find players to go on to teams. It was like brutal, or they were just going to drop out of the tournament the day before. It's not fun. And then we ran it under the U-Trip site, and that one went much better in that aspect.
Really?
Yeah. Because once you're on, I believe the rule is once you're put into the bracket, you have to pay regardless.
Oh, okay. We had one team drop out, I think, earlier this week. I think they re-entered. And then we had another team on top of that. So we were sitting at like 9-10, and then all of a sudden we had 11. So it was good.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
That is good.
That's good. Who ended up winning?
The international team. Angelo Roman, Tab, Spanky, Jay, Hud, Pope, Chris Pope. And I know I said it after the last podcast or last week, and I'm really trying to see where the jumps start. I'm trying to see, the difference between, I can see the difference between E and D, right? Trying to see when you start moving up to D and C, CB, where that jump is. And man, just some of these guys just fuck. Like it's just such professionals. I mean, really, I know it sounds stupid, but like the way you guys like you hit when you start getting up, you really start seeing it. And then the gloves. Fuck. Yeah,
Defense
it's fun.
is huge.
Yeah.
Defense is huge. Because it gets to a point where everyone can hit, right? But if you don't have guys who are going to like steal hits in some spots,
yes,
then that's what can change a game for sure.
Yeah, and I think about that. Zach George, he's a player. Like you just start looking around and you just say, "Fuck!" Like it's just you think you can play, and this is why I love guys with egos. You think you can play until you play somewhere else, right? And then you say, "Fuck, this guy's better. This guy can do more." Okay, so cool. You're one of the better players in this region. Go outside the region. How you doing now? I always love the analogy with golfers. You think you're a good golfer. You think you're ready to really jump up into D1 in the pro, arena. You better be able to beat any golfer any day, anywhere within 100-mile radius. And I found that to be a very good analogy of that makes complete sense. So I don't know. I mean, you had a couple conference players there today too. So
cool.
Oh, anyway, I'm sorry.
I can't beat any golfers in 100-mile radius, so
I can't beat any in like 100 feet radius. I don't think so.
Yeah, your roommate. I finally looked at my phone, and I've got a Snapchat from Teddy of a new driver. I'm like, okay, you golfed 4 times. Cool.
He did say he dropped a couple bills on a driver today. So
he's going all in quickly.
Oh yeah.
Jumping into that deep end of golf.
Oh, I love it.
Well, he has to buy special gear. He's so fucking tall and twiggy alien arms over there.
He's so leggy. All right. Let's I'm going to refocus here. Sorry, I've been babbling.
Just really quick on the weekend before we move forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I watched UFC last night. I don't know if anyone caught any clips, but there was a wild, delayed knockout. I don't know if anyone saw it. There was this fight. It got into I think it was the first fight of the main card. And these guys were going back and forth. It was probably one of the better fights I've seen. And the guy gets hit and he's just standing there ready to go again. And all of a sudden his eyes just kind of roll back in his head and he just stumbles backward like 10 feet into the cage. Knockout. One of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Really?
But it was I don't know how much UFC you guys watch, but I've been watching a lot more recently, and UFC is awesome.
Jimmy, who was that got knocked out?
Yeah, I'm going to try to find it right now too.
It was the first fight of the main card.
Okay. I'll take a peek.
Michael Chandler he did really well in round 1 of the main event, and then he got knocked out right at the beginning of the second round. Really? That Oliveira guy is nasty.
Bigger question. How'd the bets go for you?
I didn't make any bets last night.
Oh,
I'm on a brief betting hiatus right now. No bets from me for the last 2 months. So
yeah, I took about a month off.
March Madness till the NFL starts, right?
Exactly. Basically. Playoff. We got some playoff sports coming up here. I'll probably dabble a little bit, but it's good to be back in New Hampshire where it's legal.
It's a problem when you travel and you get out of New Hampshire. You're like, oh, let me just go on DraftKings real quick. And you're in name a fucking state. It's like, you cannot bet here. Thank you. I mean, I'm betting big money right now. $1, $2, literally dollars. Not that's not my like nickname for 100. It's literally $1 or $2.
I live there. It's perfect. I can bet so many more times that way.
Right.
He's just a big like $4 like 16 parlay kind of guy. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose every single one, but if I hit it, you'll know.
Yeah, all it takes is one.
Do it once.
I did play some Keno at Shoppers the other day after you left, J-Ro.
Oh, really?
I played some Keno.
You had a night, it seemed like.
I was there till like 10:30, actually.
That's awesome. I love that. It's a great play.
I love Shoppers. That place is great.
I told Amanda, I said, we got to give it another chance because I didn't like their food when we first started. But it was more, why isn't this, what happened to our, no, we're still live, right?
Yes.
You guys still have our live feed? All right, perfect.
Yep.
No, and we didn't have a good experience with their food early on, to be honest. And a couple of things that went bad after they had opened for a bit, more of like how the food was cooked and, whatever. Now it went back. I like the place in there. I want them to do well. So, yeah, that was a fun spot.
Oh, it was Edson Barboza knocked out Shane Burgos was the guy's name. I'll send you guys the clip.
Barboza. Perfect. Okay.
Barboza.
Perfect. I'll pull that up too.
Very, very cool knockout.
That's
Weird.
wild though. You're like,
dude, he was like,
what happened?
He got hit in the jaw very hard, and then he was just like ready to go. And then all of a sudden he just kind of starts stumbling back. And it's not like he was near the cage. Like he was solid, like, I don't know, 6-7 steps away from the cage and just falls backwards right into the cage. And then the other guy said he did feel bad. He did get on top of him and hit him again, but he was basically done. That was kind of the ref's fault for not getting in the way.
Yeah.
But huge UFC guy now. Not now.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'll watch that.
That was a back and forth fight. Like it was so close until that.
That's wild. I can't wait to see what that was. So, I hate knockouts, to be honest with you. I get with like, especially UFC, it's probably my hockey side talking, but like, man, when I be at games, I'm like, I love a good fight in hockey, but I hate watching guys get knocked out on the ice.
But I don't know.
I get it in UFC.
One of the fights in UFC last night, I think out of 15 minutes, it was like 12 minutes on the ground of them just like,
that's not
like, that was kind of boring. Like the guy was dominating, but it was kind of boring. I'd rather a knockout. I'd rather a knockout than a submission because I saw like an undercard yesterday, guy broke his arm like during a submission. And like, that's where you see the freak injuries is on the submission attempts. So I'll take a nice clean knockout any day of the week.
Yeah. And that, especially in that sport.
See, I'm the opposite. I love watching some of the stuff that's on the ground. Like back in like UFC 100, that's when I was watching almost every single one. And it just got to be too much. It was every month, like huge cards. But I loved watching like the ground and pound where it turned into one guy just all of a sudden like a Kimura on. And you're like, he's going to break his arm off. And the other person's like, I'm not fucking tapping. It's like, you're fucking crazy. And he just broke his arm off. Like, I think that stuff is kind of cool. It's like the choke holds and I think those were way better than because sometimes you get the freak knockout and it's like that fight's over already. That kind of sucks. I was a big GSP guy.
Okay.
But I did my favorite fighter. I even typed in when I typed in UFC fight, it brought me back to a Keith Jardine fight. Was like, that was the guy I always looked up. So although he loved to just fucking throw haymakers and get knocked the fuck out.
Last night was Tony Ferguson. I don't know if you know him, but that guy is one of the big. He can take the ass beating more than anybody else I've ever seen. But dude, he was in like an ankle lock thing last night, and he was like in agony, but somehow got out of it. Like he's just a guy that's just never going to tap. Like him, like Nate Diaz, I feel like is another guy that's just can take an incredible amount of pain.
The Diaz brothers are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's a wild sport, and I'll tell you what, those guys are fucking way tougher than I'll ever be.
I will say though, when I was watching it, one of the most electric people in sports is Bruce Buffer. I feel like Jero, if he ever retires, you might have an opening there as the new Bruce Buffer. I think you'd be great at that job.
I appreciate that. Do you think the pod would get us there?
I don't know if we have that kind of reach, but when I'm out in Vegas for March Madness next year, I'll see if I can maybe pass some headshots around of J-Ro, maybe some clips.
Through Christ, all things are possible. I learned that in a TV show once.
I wonder how the fence filter would work.
Oh, yeah, right up next.
You actually get that a little bit, you know,
right at the cage.
Right at the cage. Yeah,
that'd be great.
I think we can make it work. It would be an easy transition.
That'd be a great one.
J-Ro interviewing the ring girls.
I don't know what to do with that.
Restraining orders.
Yeah, can't bring Tony as your +1 to that.
I'd be talking to them more about their stilettos than anything. Like, bitch, what you wearing? Let's go. This is what I wear on Thursday night at my drag shows. And Coco's just gonna black out his face real quick for that.
I'm pulling a Wilson, the next door neighbor, when you do it.
All right. What are we doing? What are we doing for food? This is something that's been talked about a lot for food. I'm a Connecticut guy. I'm going to be hitting up Hog River to get a Kolsch. I'm going to go to Alvarium in New Britain, Hard Hit in New Britain, Connecticut. I'm going to be taking care of Modern Pizza in New Haven. I'm going to be doing a Little City Pizza in Simsbury. Got a lot of spots. I might even stop by and get a steamed cheeseburger at Ted's in Cromwell or Meriden, the original spot.
Is that the first burger place?
No, that's Louis Lunch. Way different. Oh my God. This is a steamed cheeseburger. It's not great. It's a Connecticut thing, and it's not that great. But it's
steamed cheeseburger just sounds.
Yeah,
are you going down on Wednesday for all of these stops?
Look at me. Like, no, I'm not doing this again. I mean, fuck.
Are you not coming to Hibachi with us?
No, I'm gonna be there too.
Yeah.
Well, I've got peoples.
Yeah, trust me, I know you do.
Now it's so bad, but no, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think for me, it's more of, I love Connecticut beer. I miss a lot of the beer there because moving up here, and sorry boys, but the beer up here is not nearly as good. I have a lot of great breweries down there. It's not like, we have some great breweries, and we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Schilling, a lot of stuff out on the seacoast. Actually, a lot on the seacoast. I think in our section of the state, we don't have a lot of great brewing. Spyglass outside.
The house I went to look at today is 2 minutes from Pipe Dream. I don't know how you guys feel about that place, but
don't love it.
Don't love it. I think I went there once. I wasn't a huge fan, but
it's a cool spot.
We did drive by it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So it's off Harvey.
Yeah, it's right off. It's like 2 minutes off of there.
You might as well just kind of keep going the back road, and you'll be at From the Barrel, Kelson, Rockingham.
Well, I feel like Backyard's not that far. Like
Backyard's good.
Going down
Yeah,
Harvey.
it's just at Long Blue Cat on Saturday. There, you have like 7 breweries very close to there.
Yeah,
but they're all like the worst in Connecticut if you were to move them.
Well, no, like I like From the Barrel a lot. I think they're a good brewer. I'm not a big fan of Rockingham.
No, I'm not either.
But I think from Kelson. Kelson's pizza is better.
Their pizza is very good.
So
I like that Kelson kind of puts out a little bit different. Like we've talked in other episodes about it. They're one of those places that's not just all IPA, and they have their crypto, which is all of their sour stuff.
Oh yeah. I don't think we have a great sour house in the state though.
Branch and Blade is good for sours.
I I don't have a lot of Bratch and Blade yet, so I keep forgetting.
You can get them at a lot of stores now. Yeah. When they go out, Modest Man out in Keens, very, very good and only getting better. They put out some good sours too.
Because you guys talk about that a lot. Those two.
They do sours. Modest Man does. I don't know if
it's like it's the M is red. It's like a red hue, and it's
okay.
Yeah, it's maybe their only one, but it was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Deciduous. They had pretty decent sours.
Their lollipop
what
line.
Was
Lollipop Forest.
Yeah, they have that, but there was one that Coco you had brought over my house at one point. I don't even know if it was an actual sour.
Okay. I don't know. At one point we were just drinking deciduous in the parking lot at the Plex, allegedly. That's why I have their growlers.
Yeah, we've had some deciduous in multiple parking lots.
That's fair. Allegedly. That's a fair point.
Allegedly.
But if you haven't checked that place out, that's a good spot.
And I forget about them. So the other thing about Connecticut, you can bring the dog. So we got the dog. So we go to Able a ton, Able Ebenezer, because we have the dog and they can allow the dog, and we like to go and bring our pup. You know what I mean? So, and I like Able. I actually, because they don't try to fuck around too much. They do, they have like 5 or 6 on tap. I think they have 10 total, and I think they do them well. They know what they are and they do well with them. They're not, I don't think they're this like revolutionizing brewery, but I think they're a fucking solid brewery. Make sense?
Yeah, no, that they put out one of Cassie's favorite that burned the ship, so a smoked IPA.
Yeah.
But they snuck up on me. They put out that Ingenuity series, which is their rotating.
Yep.
And their 10th one, instead of it, they had all been like 4.5%, 5%, 6%, and their 10 was a 10%er.
Was that the one we were at the same?
Yes, when I saw, yeah. Luckily, I got a sample size of it, because that would have been a tough go of it.
I gotta say, New Hampshire has one of the best breweries in the country. Anheuser-Busch, buddy. Come on. You know how many BLs I've had thanks to that place? Legendary. There's only like 8 of those in the country. Merrimack's got one of them.
Even if you don't like Bud Lights, the fact that they can put those out in anywhere in the country and you know exactly what you're getting, that is a sign of a good brewery. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. Jero, have you been to the beer garden, Jero?
No, I've actually. So Amanda and I had talked about it, and then COVID happened, and then we just said, "Fuck it."
I don't know if it's back open again, but that's a good spot for sure.
I've actually heard that from like people that are all about beer too. They're like, "This is a great place to go hang out and have some pops."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know what it's like now, but it's a lot of outdoor seating and stuff like that. And it's a nice close. It's a good spot right before Martel. Hit it, and then Martel's about 3 minutes away.
So that's why I go to that's why I go to Los Primos, but I'll go to Able. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Los Primos is closer to Martel.
Oh God, that Los Primos. I keep telling Edith. So Edith is the owner of Los Primos, and I got to tell you, whoever's stopped by there already, she appreciates it so much. Like, she really appreciates the love. She really appreciates the love that everybody's given her and the support. Like, it's a small business, and she loves us. I know, not us. I'm just saying the softball community in general. Like, she's really done well and taken care of us. And if you stop by there at a tournament, thanks. So, yeah, no, that was kind of it. But I agree with you, Jim. I want to go check out the beer garden, and I like there's a lot going on around Merrimack right now.
It feels like a lot of places are opening up, and it's. I don't know if we'll ever get back to normal, but it feels like we're getting close. I heard that the bars in Manchester this weekend were pretty wild. So we might be back, Jero.
I love it. Let's go. Well, fuck, I'm getting my second shot on the 20th. I'm going to be at the Plex on the 22nd. Big boy's going to be fired up.
I hope that all of these places keep all of that outdoor seating. Like, if there is something good that's come out of this whole last 15 months or whatever, just seeing like backyard, we brought up earlier, backyard's outdoor seating area like quadrupled. And it's just, I never want to sit inside again. Oh, there's Tedward. I like, it's just sitting outside and having a beer it's so much better than having a beer inside.
You know what I hate inside the most is live music inside. I fucking
Yeah.
can't stand live
It's
music
so loud.
outside. I hope it's way more outdoor seating and live music outside. Like,
Mhm.
Well, Amanda and I went to a bar just to get out of the house, do a little bit of work, have a pop. And they had, it was a guitar and somebody on the fucking bongos, which already leave. But the music, it was just so loud. There's like 7 people in this bar. And I was just like, that's too much. I don't hate it. Like, I don't mind live music in somewhere if it's done at an appropriate volume, because I want to still have conversations. I'm not at a club.
Have you guys have probably been to the Strange Brew?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
exactly.
place is like, what
right-
what is the point of being upstairs?
It's right in the middle of everything. Like,
Yeah, like
With all
it's
those
just like
leather-bound books.
you literally cannot even speak. Yeah, but yeah,
the
go there,
outdoor,
get an
honest-
education.
I was there the other day. The outdoor setup at Murphy's is awesome. Like, they're right up at the front. It's kind of near the street, which is already loud anyway.
You know what they're it looks like they're keeping down on Elm Street in Mitch is that they have like the roadblocks, and
They got it
they're cutting
for at
off
least this
parking.
year,
That-
which
that-
I hope they keep doing it.
That's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
But
You're right,
people
we're gonna have-
complain about it because people are going to complain about everything.
Yeah.
J-Ro, we're gonna have to go check out that new bar together, the Goat in Manchester.
Oh, where Manch
Man,
Vegas was,
dude,
right?
I don't know, man.
J-Ro already hates it.
No,
off to a good
I'm
start.
too fucking old for that.
So it's probably
place.
good.
It hasn't
Fuck
even
off.
opened yet. How do you know you're too old for it?
Because
How do you
of
know
what
the
goat
demographic?
is? Because they have 2 other locations. I know I'm not their clientele, although I will fuck that shit up. I'm ready to dance. Orlando put something in the. I was dancing. So Platinum Fire was my favorite team today. You know why? They were great on the box. They had some good music going. They got J-Ro fucking dancing a little bit. I was giving them calls because I was dancing, but you know me, I like to cut a rug. So yeah, we'll fuck that place up. But Jim, I got to be out of there by like 10 o'clock. We're going at like 8. We're not going at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I can't do that.
That's fine with me.
All right, cool. That's too late.
Are we talking like a Tuesday?
Oh, sure. I don't care. I mean, you pick the day. I'll be there. We'll have a fucking day. No, I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's just going to be.
Definitely good location.
Yeah, I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited that there's a spot going in there, because I think that part of Manchester needs some help, needs a little love, and I'm excited to see. I hope they don't get into. But there's Murphy's there, so you get the Goat. I hope they something changes in that block.
Well, it
I think
sounds
that
like
would be
there's
a great block.
Sounds like there's gonna be they're starting to sign up a lot more concerts and things like that for the arena, which
Good.
should be like, I know the guy at Shoppers was telling us they're already getting a crazy amount of business. Like,
Good.
when they start having concerts and things again, it should
I'm-
pop.
I'm going. I just bought concert tickets last weekend, September 9th in New York City. I'm going to Brooklyn to watch one of our favorite bands, Sleigh Bells. They're gonna do their very first album. It was 15 years ago, so they were supposed to do it before COVID happened. Amanda and I were almost getting tickets, and then COVID came. So I can't wait. Like, I cannot fucking wait to be at a concert again. I want to fucking sneeze on somebody and just give me whatever. I don't give a fuck. Let me touch somebody I don't know. She wasn't listening.
We got to clip that out. That's
He's probably watching us
Great
on
sound
live right now. She
I'm
definitely
about to get a text.
we need a
Doors are
soundboard.
slamming.
We need a soundboard. My God, that would be perfect.
Well, maybe that's next.
I just want to touch someone I don't know.
we need
I want to
J-Ro,
sneeze on someone and
yeah.
touch someone I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
We
cool
need
if no
J-Ro.
one sneezes on me.
We need J-Ro
Oh.
bobbleheads for sure.
Our graphic designer is now chiming in the chat saying, I heard that. Oh, all right. We got a little off the rails here. Shocking. Oh, I wasn't real focused. I kind of felt you were going to be getting this kind of J-Ro tonight. I think you guys are expecting this kind of
I
J-Ro.
think you're
tonight.
battling. You're battling. You're doing a good job.
Trying. This is like
That's what
looking
leaders
down a
do.
hurdle.
Not all heroes wear capes. Part 2.
All right.
Wow. Teddy's doing some laundry. Let's get
Teddy,
into
Teddy just wants to be on camera.
Love that.
So yeah, we had some. You've been doing great with the recaps, J-Ro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's been an interesting start to the season. I mean, as far as I saw the teams, it's much different than I would have figured. One thing that I will say, after 4 games, it seems like a lot of people are showing for every team, which is great to see. You know what I mean? I feel like there's not really, and I say a lot, but I'm used to being on a team where there's 11, maybe 12 guys total for each game, because guys just miss games during the year for this or that. But I mean, we've had 14 almost at every single game. So it's providing more opportunity for people to get out there and play. And yeah, what are you guys seeing on your end?
I'd say I've seen about half and half. Half the teams they're hitting 12 and they have 3 or 4 guys coming off the bench. So they got 15, 16 guys at every game. And then I'm part of the other half where we're probably at 11 or 12 ish every single game, which isn't we're only 2 weeks in. It's not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
We play 27 games. It's a long season. So
chirp the shit out of Robbie for you.
Why's that?
Well, because he went to Rochester.
Did he even? I don't think he even knows that I knew that.
Well, I chirped him.
I guess he does now.
When he was booting everything, I chirped him pretty good.
Hey, be nice, man.
What's that?
Be nice. I need him, man.
No.
He's a Rochester guy.
Thank you for thinking about it, though. Like, you put some serious thought into that.
I'm sitting down.
Take a seat. Take a load off.
I mean, come on.
Are we supposed to be standing up for this?
No, I have a stand-up desk, and I always stand up because I'm animated. But I gotta tell you, so I actually was talking about leagues. So I'm gonna probably go to Enfield. I'm gonna go to Enfield, Connecticut, to check out Chucky's league, like I told you guys. And then I heard today that Woonsocket actually has the best U-Trip league in New England.
In New England.
Yeah, it's a lot of PF guys that play double headers every night. So I was telling Craig Kaprusik with Platinum Fire. I was telling him and Ben Smith and Gary. I said, "Fuck, I'll come down. I'll take the pod because it's good for the game. It's good for everybody, and if we can get some different looks, like why not?" So, I mean, because that's what this is. It's a fucking league softball podcast that started off, and now we grew into tournaments. But if we can see what other leagues are doing and maybe something different. I know both those leagues, Enfield and Woonsocket, do supplied bats, which
that's awesome.
We're not bringing that up now, Jim.
Love it.
But yeah, good luck. So.
If it was completely reasonable for us to do it, I would be all for supplied bats. It's just,
I agree.
I feel like we play such a long season. We'd spend so much money on bats.
I don't disagree with you.
Get shitty bats.
We play at 3 fields too.
Yeah, that's a lot. I've got the rakes to the Legion in the back of my truck because I thought they were Hollywoods.
One thing I have definitely seen in Merrimack this year, much more than any of the year, is 5-man. I'd say about half the teams are playing 5-man this year. I don't know what you guys have seen, but
yeah, that's what we typically, our team A&D plays 5-man. So it makes sense for our team. I feel like there has been like maybe some controversy over it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's just league, you should play 4-man infield, 4-man outfield. I think maybe 5-man is looked at as more of a competitive thing. I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, I think that 5-man just kind of makes people not hit the middle more, which I think is actually better than 4-man, because there's a 4-man infield, like the easiest spot to get a hit is literally right back at the pitcher or off to one of his sides. Allegedly, the board did not hear that.
I do think from a player safety standpoint, we should like 5-man, because you would think less people are trying to hit it back at the pitcher.
Right.
I can see both sides of the argument, though. I don't see any reason to not play 5-man, but I get why people are thinking, it's regular season of a rec league. It should be 4-4. But as long as guys aren't complaining about not being able to play the outfield or something like that, I don't see a problem with it personally.
Once we get to playoffs, we're doing 5-man. But until we get to playoffs, we'll probably do 4-man. Maybe we'll do 5-man a couple, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is like, we have to play 5-man every single night. Right. It depends on the guys that show up, and you don't want to force it. But I there has been some people that have said, that might be a little too much for a town league, but we'll see how that goes over the course of the season.
Yeah.
I just think I mean, is it too much, or is it just new and they're not used to it? Like what makes it too much? Is this the same type of argument of like, the shift is ruining baseball. Like, if this is what people are comfortable doing, what's wrong with that?
Totally fair. I totally agree. I don't think I haven't heard like any solid justification other than it's a town league. It's like, or a rec league. Like, so like,
I mean, is it though? I mean, I know it is, but like, man, like we got great talent here.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of talented players. Yeah. And again, like, I don't think I've heard anyone complain like, oh, I really wanted to play outfield, but we're only playing 3 outfielders. They won't put me out there. Like, if we start hearing that, then yeah, then it's
my spot.
Then it's an issue, right?
Then it's probably
an actual issue.
Yeah. I'll catch all day. If somebody wants to play outfield, sign me up.
Spot. You can have my hat.
Catching is so great.
Oh, it's the best.
Speaking of outfield, though, May 26th at 8:30 at Martell, Big Boy J Rose is going to be playing right field against Buckley Disposal.
Really?
Yeah, because Teddy ran his mouth.
That doesn't sound like him.
I told him, I said, Teddy, I'm going to play outfield. I'm going to show you how easy it is, and I'm going to make it look graceful.
I'll put Teddy at first base then.
Oh God, I'm such a better outfielder than he is a first baseman.
I mean,
now one's good outfielder with those lights.
Now we'll have to see. Oh God,
the
lights.
The lights.
J-Ro,
I got
when you get out there,
vision.
you'll see. Yeah,
we need to get.
My eyesight does suck.
If there's any people that own any night vision goggles that we can give to Hayes for the outfield,
or
Coco,
I'll go play middle.
Coco.
I'll play first. I won't play. I'm okay with that too.
Can we just? Do we have to keep doing this with you?
Doing what with me?
Coco, Pog.
I'm not the person that corrects everyone when they like. Jim called me Hayes every single time in the last episode. I don't say anything. You guys do.
I think every single time in every single episode. I think.
Yeah, I don't say anything.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I just changed my name, just like every other person as we look here has changed their name.
Well, but like Big Boy J-Ro, everyone knows who I am. Dustin Merrill, I start him. Jim President O'Connor. Like we all know.
You could use my full name, and these other people that like these tournament players aren't going to know who I am anyway.
You're the guy that doesn't want an outfielder to talk.
The guy on the message board knows who you
talk to you out there. That's the wildest thing I've ever heard.
So what do we got this week?
All right, here we go. I got
some picks.
I got the games written down. I will update. I'll put it up. I'll put it on the Facebook page. But I really need to know, Hayes.
We gotta get it on the league website.
Or I was saying we got to get on the bringitpodcast.com with the standings right there.
Slow down. Stop.
Yeah. Put it on the league site first, Jim.
Thank you.
Slow down.
Jim, you do the website. Your website's better looking than ours. I'm looking at our website. I'm like, all right, we're literally going to have to move to WordPress. I can't do this Google fucking free shit anymore. It's really bad. So,
that's like a Google free website.
Yeah, it's awful. I hate it. So if we can go WordPress, that'll probably be the next round of sponsorship money, to be honest with you. We will we're going to probably flip it over to a nice website where you have some good plugins. We can do we can do some questions and some surveys, because Jim, like I called you out in YouTube Live, people love filling out polls.
I know. I just don't want to give them weak polls. I
don't know what the fuck is the poll.
So if anyone has any suggestions for a good poll, know that I'm limited to 6 options on the poll. Because I originally was going to do like, what team's going to win the championship this year? And I was going to put all 10 up there, but I can't. I can only do 6. So I couldn't just put 6 up there, because then people are like, oh, well, you're shitting on these other 4 teams, and then that'll come back. So if anyone has any good ideas for a good poll, I was going to say what's the best bat to swing, but I'm pretty sure Ruckus is the only bat anybody in the world swings these days.
Oh yeah.
So,
my God. Mine is coming in real good.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Everybody has a Ruckus. Teddy showed up the other day. He was like, dude, I traded my Ruckus. I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, for another Ruckus.
He went from balance to end load, because
balance to unload. Yeah.
Balance. The guys, is this true? I don't know. Like, this is question I have. Aren't faster players typically swinging balanced bats? Like, I think, I don't know. I think of guys that hit the ball far, but can still hit. Like, Jim, you swing an end load, right?
I swing a balance.
Okay, never mind. There we go. Blew that up right out the bat. Here we go.
I've swung end loads too, though. It doesn't really affect me much, to be honest with you.
For me, I feel like an end load kind of swings itself. I like swinging an end load. Okay. It all depends on where you want the weight of the bat You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a balance will have it more towards the handle, I feel. Then they have like mid loads or like really heavy end loads.
I swing end load.
I like an end load. Okay, so that's fine. Like it's literally just a question. I had no idea. And I like that though.
I prefer a balanced though, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. You prefer the balanced. I prefer an end load I think only because like last year when I was with V, that's why I just started swinging with you guys with Buckley. Because I showed up with a Boomba. No idea.
Did you swing V's log? That's like 28.
Oh my God. Tony's got
with
a
an end load?
28 that I want. And
That's
Bandy's
like
got a
the
28 with like a 3-ounce end load. I'm like, can I have this?
And then you got Delude swinging like a 24 with an end load.
we were actually talking about this at BP yesterday. How much does the sound of a bat, like where do you put that? Because like honestly, for me, if a bat sounds really good, I feel like I can blow it by anybody. You know what I mean? But if I swing and the ball sounds like shit and the bat sounds like shit, I feel like I can't hit. Where does that where does that fall on with you guys?
I'm backing out because I don't give a fuck. Like for me, just give me a bat. Yeah.
This is gonna be a like unexpected thing for me. I think way too much about everything. I have never once thought about the sound the bat and the ball make as mean anything.
I have definitely in BP. Like
really?
when you're hitting multiple, like I feel like when you hit it, like if you hit it an at bat and then you're running the bases, like I don't pick it up then, but it's when you're hitting multiple times in a row. That's when I'm like, this bat sounds like shit. Like I feel like I'm hitting like shit.
Yeah.
Is that
Golfers
what you're saying?
do it?
Yeah, that's
they're drivers. Yeah.
I mean,
bless you, Teddy.
Salute to whoever that was.
That was Teddy.
Yeah, you obviously like how it, the ball bounces off the bat or trampolines or whatever. I don't know. I think that sound has a lot to do with what makes a good bat.
I mean, people definitely use sound when they're calling other people out. When they're calling other people's bats out, they're basing that strictly on sound.
You talking about this? You talking about a little bit of shaving?
I mean, I don't know what those sound like, but do those sound different? Like I don't know anything about shavers.
I mean, I think that's how people can tell is that it sounds like a shotgun. That's what it sounds like. Is it just explodes off the bat, not like the noise of it. I don't know. I think it's fuck. Like I've never thought about that. I never thought about my golf clubs.
It's more of a feel thing than a sound, though. For me, like you can feel it.
Yeah, yeah. But when it
TV.
feels really good, it typically sounds pretty good too.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
The only bat I can remember the sound being distinct on was those Z's.
Yep.
Yeah,
that sounded like tiles cracking.
The Z1000. It sounded like your bat was breaking almost every single time you hit with it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
And then like people were getting them just for Florida because they hit the balls that they used in Florida. Well,
and those things hold compression forever too. I feel like
the Z1000s did.
I feel like those never failed.
Didn't Mitch break like 2 of them in 2 BP sessions a couple of years ago? He like just traded for one and it broke it.
Yeah, that was one of the Balance Z2000 dual stamps. Dual stamps are a weird thing.
Do they still make dual stamps?
Yeah. They're very hard to find. I mean, I wouldn't say they're hard to find, but I would say that there's like not a solid selection of them.
Like, do specific companies make them, or does every company make a few?
I think every company has to make maybe one.
So, let's get into some predictions here.
Let's do it.
All right, game 1. We're doing the Monday night primetime game. We're looking at Monahan versus Tomahawk at 7:30. D Money, who you taking?
I'm gonna take Monahan.
Okay.
They've been playing pretty well.
Okay.
A couple of close games. I think they've lost by 1 a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. So I think they're gonna come out with a win here.
All right. Hayes
Tomahawk
and Prez.
I'm gonna go Monahan based on the injury news from the beginning of the pod.
Yep.
Jose hit very well against us on Wednesday when we played Tomahawk. So I'm assuming, I don't know if he's been back to the doctor and they've fully fixed him yet, but I imagine he won't be in there for that game tomorrow.
I want to go back and watch that live stream because God, he was just sitting there fucking chirping, like great chirps, like being like, you fucking shit on us. Kind of like what we saw in the comments a little bit about the Mass Wolverines being like, you shit on us, go fuck yourself. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll eat dick. Like, it's okay. Like, if I'm making a prediction, I'm saying somebody, if I'm saying somebody else is going to be better.
J-Ro's back. You just need to sit down.
Just need to sit down. Here we go. And I need some beverages, which sounds like I had some people today say, J-Ro, we're getting concerned. You may need to go to a meeting or two. I said, slow down. All right.
That you're not drinking enough?
Too much.
Oh, not enough. Gotcha.
See, thanks. You guys are more supportive.
He's not a quitter. And I like that about you. You don't quit on
nothing.
All right. Wednesday, let's go regional versus New Hampshire Irrigation. We got Joey V's team versus a hot regional team.
What were you picking?
Oh, I picked Monahan. Forgot about that piece.
You picked Monahan? Okay.
So Monahan. Three against one on that?
Yeah. Regional and New Hampshire Irrigation, Jim.
Regional.
Corey's picking regional because regional doesn't lose until
New Hampshire Irrigation.
Love it.
Okay.
Coco finally on his squad.
I like that now you're the only one that's going to call me that.
Yeah.
D-Money.
It's a 6:30 game. Andy's not going to be there.
How do you know?
He was there against us.
He's 3 for 3.
He showed up to the 6:30.
He showed up to a pizza game. Okay. Win and you get
pizza. To a pizza game.
Every game's a pizza game with V.
That is true. Every game is a pizza game.
I'm going for the first time this year. I'm going regional siding, and they're probably going to lose.
And I'm doing regional as well. This is not boding well for us.
So Coco is the only
back-to-back 3-1.
Man.
Yeah.
I have inside information on what the roster is going to look like on those games.
Shocking. All right,
it's my team. I should know.
Next, we got Boomers versus Buckley. Hayes, what do you got?
Boomers.
D.
Buckley.
Just keep going, guys.
You know.
Yep. You know what? I'm looking straight at you, Jimmy O'Connor. You fucked me every week so far this year. You're going to continue to fuck me because I'm taking Boomers, and you're probably going to shove her right up my ass.
We won last Wednesday. You took us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. Buckley it is.
Still take Boomers, though, please.
All right, so it's you three versus me on every pick, huh?
Take Boomers.
Too late. He locked it in.
Tomahawk versus Peterson. Guess what? The battle of the way coaches.
Oh, yeah.
J-Ro's taking Peterson because we need to get back on the fucking. We got to get off the schneid here a little bit real quick. D.
Tomahawk.
Jim.
I'll go Tomahawk.
Go.
You guys really messed this up for me. I'll go. I don't like the cut of his jib tonight. I'm going with Tomahawk over Peterson.
Wow. Love being the fucking dog.
Wow, I'm gaining 0 ground this week. D and I have the same picks for everything.
I'm really hoping it's a Monahan regional Buckley Peterson kind of a start to the week. All right, next up we got VFW, which has been tabbed as the early favorite of the team to beat with Mikey Gallo and Benny Call. Johnny Raymond is getting healthy on the IR versus Monahan. Can Monahan pull it together after getting a forfeit win?
No, VFW.
Okay.
VFW.
Going Monahan.
Love it.
You must have had like a heart-to-heart with TA. You know some stuff's going on, I guess.
Big boy Jay Garo is going with VFW. Finally, Toilet Bowl versus Holtz versus A&D.
I'm in for A&D.
Love it.
D, you're gonna be at this one 8:30.
I'm missing one game this week. I don't know which one it is yet. Allegedly. We have 2 8:30s in 1 week. That's get that out of here. But I think we only have 2 the rest of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get half of them out of the way early.
I love an 8:30 game though.
If they were this week, if they were that, I think both games were done by 9:45.
Yeah, we've been good on time for sure.
Nice.
And it is nice that 8:30 game. You still got some people hanging from the 7:30 and those 6:30 games. There's usually a good crowd for the start of that 8:30 game. The West Coast game.
And that's it. Like I like the 8:30, the 7:30 obviously is prime time, so everybody wants the 7:30. But I love the 8:30 game. You get to go. You can go hit BP real early, hang out all night at the field. Which I hate being at a softball field.
Yeah, you can go BP Mark Tower game.
No, I don't drink before games. You know that. I don't drink before Mark Towers.
You don't drink before Mark Towers?
That is the actual game every Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, that's good. I don't drink before games.
All right, I'm taking Holtz.
All right.
I think D's gonna bail on that game. So, but now he might just play just because
Hayes, who are you taking?
A&D.
I gotta tell you, I know I've been saying it. I'm going with Holtz. I don't.
You keep picking him.
I know. I don't know if I'm gonna have him in the toilet bowl any longer. All right, so we got good. I have to go back through and actually look and input the thing into the spreadsheet, update some standings. I did pick the Boomers over VFW win on when. No, Boomers lost because Jay Karima looked like somebody kicked his dog.
You know what we should do? This is me brainstorming live on the pod, but we should mix in a guest picker every week, kind of like they do on College Game Day.
I like that. Okay.
Maybe have one person in the league give us their picks.
That's
and then we'll
one.
keep a guest picker, like total
Guest picks.
See how they do against us.
That's a good one.
Works for me.
No, it'll be fun. No, this is great. I love doing this. This is fun. I actually had a great idea. We'll talk off the pod. I didn't have a great idea. I had somebody bring up a great idea to me about something we should do for the pod and the league. So I'll talk off here. I don't know why I'm bringing it up now, but
that's my bad.
Why?
I was the one that was just started throwing out ideas.
I love ideas.
Mid-episode.
We have a brainstorm on Facebook Live. Maybe we'll cut this out of the pod. Who knows? I might be just saying, fuck it, this is easy. Yeah, no, this is good. I'm excited. So this past week, we had a player of the week, Sam Hill. If you follow our YouTube channel is going to be a lot of Merrimack. We're going to go live on Merrimack League. We're going to do league stuff all on YouTube. Sam Hill got the player of the week for A&D.
Yeah, just absolutely. Just the snacks that are brought to every single game are outrageous. We had a steak and cheese croissant roll. We had empanadas.
I had some like or like it was like
ground orange chicken
meatballs that were unbelievable.
Yeah. This is every single game. So maybe I will be at both 8:30s this week.
I feel like calling them snacks is kind of downplaying it though. Like these aren't.
These are full on.
These aren't cheese balls or freaking like
they're tapas.
They're tapas.
Gushers.
Exactly. They're tapas. The tapas that she brings are great.
Maybe I just hit my stride 3 drinks in. So this is my 4th, or maybe like after.
Oh, it's the sugar.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's the sugar. Yeah. Those things are sugary. She brings those too, right?
What's that?
We had
Trulies.
Those Trulies were all over the place. The fruit punch ones, all over the place on Thursday.
So we're gonna have a so we're gonna move. I was kind of on the YouTube live, and I don't know if we were talking in our group chat or not, but I felt that was the right way to go. I think it was in a group chat, right? And so from here on out, we're gonna do are we gonna do the Shut It Down Award?
I love that idea.
We're taking we're running with it.
Let's go with it.
I definitely haven't won it yet this year, which I'm proud of myself for.
Yeah, I think we have an early winner for last week, but we might.
Who? I got an idea.
I think it was Belarus.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
it was a Belrose Vanti competition. I think Belrose put it over the edge last night.
You gotta put Holmes on there too. Holmes is usually
with Belarus
and who's that? Around. Joeyville Slugger. Sorry.
Joeyville Slugger or Joey Cesar Milan Holmes.
Oh yes, he is. He did dub himself the Dog Whisperer.
You know what? Fuck this. Little High Joey Holmes is like my favorite human being in the world.
He actually didn't call himself the Dog Whisperer. He did say Cesar Milan and just assumed that everyone would just know he's the Dog Whisperer.
Okay, I just love that this kid showed up to Merrimack last year with me. He was in my draft class, and he has just become an absolute fucking legend.
He is
in Merrimack.
Yes.
All right. What do you think? I think we wrap it up here. Maybe we'll stay live for a little bit. I don't know, but we'll wrap it up here. We'll just talk bullshit. Maybe we'll address some stuff in the comments. How's that sound?
Can we go back, Jim? How dare you say that about Gushers?
I mean, Gushers are fantastic.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
I felt like you were attacking Gushers. Gushers.
I love Gushers. Okay. I do love cheese balls too. So I just went with my two of my favorite snacks off the top.
Okay. I just want to make sure
a different kind of Gusher.
If you ever, oh boy, no.
All right, see ya.
I was gonna go MFK for you though, J-Ro.
Oh, let's go. We haven't had an MFK in a long time.
Man, I don't want you to get that excited. It might not be that good. But
sugar. Just needed it.
Those Trulies reminded me of it. So it's Skittles, the original Skittles, the purple Skittles, or the sour Skittles.
What the fuck are the purple Skittles?
The wild berry. You don't like those?
I don't know them.
Oh, see, I got you guys excited for no reason. Because those are my favorite. The purple ones are the best.
I'm getting rid of Skittles and all of those. Like, which of these things do you not keep? Like, Skittles are gone for me.
What if we do a
Skittles? Skittles or Starburst?
Okay,
Skittles.
Here we go. Peanut M&Ms, Skittles, Starburst, MFK. Go.
I'm marrying Skittles.
Okay.
Wild. No protein.
That's a tough one. Peanut M&Ms are fire. Yep.
I'm marrying those.
I am too. Not even close.
Nope. Skittles is a bit childish, if we're being blunt.
You want to be really childish. Have you seen the Skittles machines at like a Cinemagic where you can literally pick
you also have
you want?
Fire. You love that, don't you?
I do. I think movie theaters are pretty much dead, but I'm gonna see if I can get one of those at my house.
You know who likes the wild berry Skittles? Hartson.
I mean,
chiming in here. So
great company.
The boys.
So we're MFKing
this out.
Skittles, Starburst, peanut M&Ms. Jim, go.
I'm marrying Skittles. I'm gonna fuck the peanut M&Ms, and then I'm gonna kill Starburst.
Okay, Corey.
Marrying the M&Ms. I will fuck the Starburst, and I will kill Skittles.
I'm the same there.
Same.
I'm same. Yeah.
Wow. All right, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
I did like those sour ones though. When you brought those up, those weren't awful.
Yeah.
Skittles just.
That's honestly, that's what I was thinking of with those Truly, like those Truly flavors. They're like labeled the same. It's like tropical and fruit punch. It's like the exact same as the Skittles.
Yeah. Tropical. See, with Starburst though, I feel like there's like some anticipation. You know what I mean? You got to open each individual square.
I smell his watery because of Starburst right now.
You smush them?
They're great. You make a sandwich.
A triple stuffer.
It's amazing. I know.
The yellow ones
putting a lot of candy in his mouth.
The yellow Starbursts suck. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, but the orange Starbursts are fucking amazing.
No, those are the second worst.
Oh.
Well, this has been fun with you, Jim.
J-Ro, what do you got? What do you got for MFK?
He said
peanut
the same as
M&Ms I'm marrying. I'm having an abortion with the Skittles.
Oh, see, so he's okay.
This is why I go by Coco.
And Airheads. Oh my God, I love Airheads.
Oh, I love Airheads.
I'm gonna fuck the shit out of a jar of peanut butter with a Kit Kat bar. So I just totally went off the rails. I'm marrying peanut M&Ms. I'm Starburst and then killing Skittles.
Can we just do our best guess at what is an Airhead? What the fuck is that?
It's the same thing as a Starburst, I think.
Starburst just rolls.
It's just
like roll it out.
It's Laffy Taffy.
No, Laffy Taffy is harder.
Though. Yeah, it's like
I got some great
I don't know what the
edible taffies in my closet. I might probably be taking shortly. How quick can those hit? Maybe we'll have some fun.
When you guys would have the Airheads, anybody else, you would take it and you would just almost like you were packing a dip and you just make it get all the way to the end and then you just throw that thing in.
Yeah. You thought it was the coolest thing in the world, and you just unwrap it. You're like, all right, now it's gonna take me 2 seconds to eat this.
Now you guys are probably too young and you probably didn't have it. I'm a little older than two of you or the three of you, and Dave Morrison here might be able to chime in. Oh, can we just say bye? Hey guys, great episode.
Thank you.
See ya.
Hello.
All right, we're saying bye. We're done. I don't know. This will probably still make the pod. Fruit by the foot.
Fruit by the foot.
Oh,
fire.
That's where it is. Yeah,
I was just thinking that and you let it hang.
Yeah, way better than that fucking bullshit that you had to unroll and then like
fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups.
Yeah. I think those have their place too, though, because they would have
like. Then you look like Buffalo Bill, and you just
those are like plastic compared to fruit by the foot.
No, Gushers are the best. Teddy's here for some snack talk.
You can't like talk snacks with the door wide open.
Then get your high ass in here.
Yeah, Teddy, get a microphone for Christ's sake.
Yeah, Teddy, what do you got?
Teddy, join the podcast. We're just Facebook Live now.
Peanut M&Ms, Skittles, and Starburst.
Mary peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms are the fucking goat.
The greatest thing ever.
Skittles, kill the star.
All right, at least I got
Okay,
one.
he's with
person,
J-Ro.
At least fucking
But
Skittles.
but the Skittles. So I like.
J-Ro is fucking the Skittles too.
I like the Skittles because, like the third baseman for regional, if you put Skittles in vodka, you can make some nice flavors. But Jolly Ranchers, no, but that's Jolly Ranchers actually. Jolly Ranchers, you put that in a bottle of vodka. Good night with your infusion.
So Skittles are back out.
Yeah, I'm not a big Skittles guy.
I love fucking Skittles, man.
Really?
It's my go-to.
Have you ever had a fucking frozen Charleston chew though?
Ew.
Sounds like breaking my teeth.
Teddy did say Starburst jelly beans, which is a good.
Oh my god! When I was at the Bay and I had those Starburst jelly beans. Oh.
Yeah, I came home from the bachelor party and I was like, Teddy, where are those jelly beans at? He's like, dude, I brought them to the tournament. We ate them the whole day for the beat.
So good.
Fucking
So
bullshit.
good.
No, you guys ever remember Shockers? Do you ever have those, like Shock Tarts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those things were
Yes,
good.
yes, yes.
You'd eat the whole pack and your tongue would just be completely numb for like the rest of the day.
Warheads were pretty.
I
Oh, yeah.
loved Warheads.
Warheads are good.
Yeah, a lot of
Plain off the
sours nowadays
sour candy.
just taste like Warheads to me.
Playing off like the childhood memories, there was the juices, the Mondos. Do you guys remember those?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
little-
You get to suck the tab.
Yeah.
And there was like there was the Mondo, but then there was the other one that was like each flavor was a different like character, and one of them was like the boxing glove guy. That was a different company, but they were basically all putting out the same juice. Then you had the little kegs.
I remember the
Those are the
kegs.
best.
I was gonna say the barrels or whatever the hell those things were. I remember those.
You know what's funny? So man, I just took a look at our feed and we were at like 20 viewers, like pre-candy talk. Now we're down at fucking the low teens. We're almost at single digits. No one gives a fuck about our hot takes. I think it's just Cy and Dave, and I love it.
They're missing out.
Okay.
Who
But this
cares?
is fine because now,
There's
like, this
12
is our
other people
interactive
just with their
piece.
phone. Yeah, there's 12 other people with Facebook just running on their phone, not listening
know.
to what we're saying.
Pocket full of Skittles in my pinstripe pants. Way more of a. I don't know what the fuck that is. Putting so the third baseman for regional would put Skittles in his baseball pant pocket instead of sunflower seeds. Interesting.
Mhm.
I like that.
We've
one.
had my coach has brought the sweet and sour, I believe it is.
Sweet and sour what?
The seeds, very
What?
good,
Hmm.
very good.
I like the Buffalo Ranch. That's what I'm on these days.
Really?
Put on all seeds.
Not a seed guy.
Nope.
I used to buy
like
the
seeds.
shellless seeds. I used to
Put those
get-
on salad at Pizza Hut when you would get like the buffet and be like, I'm going to pretend to be healthy. And it was really just like 2 things of lettuce and a ladle of sunflower seeds.
and some bacon bits or something like
Yeah.
that.
I call it a baseball salad.
My boy, the president of the Big Belly Committee, Matt Siciliano, fucking chiming in here saying orange starbursts are the best. You're my fucking guy. Let's go, Maddie. Love it.
No, it's pink, red, orange, yellow.
Shut the fuck up.
Red can go fuck itself with Skittles.
Red is
Yeah.
so good.
No, it's I go pink orange, but I'm happy with either of those.
Purple
Yellow
Skittles.
sucks.
Purple Skittles are the best. And also the best business decision in the 21st century was them going from lime Skittles to green apple. They replaced the lime with green apple. Fantastic business decision.
Lime to green. So Skittles are now green. Skittles are now.
Green apple,
Oh,
not lime. Lime's trash.
Almost like being healthy at that point.
Oh, I don't know.
Not at
J-Ro
all.
might have to fuck around with that.
Dude, green apple Skittles, so good.
Might be back in on Skittles altogether.
I tell ya.
Come on, boys. Welcome.
Hold on,
Wow.
let me run down here. I don't
I
know
know.
where it went, and I was trying to get to my thing and I lost it. But Dave Morrison, I agree. Old Bay seeds are the best. I'm a big Old Bay guy.
I typically don't buy seeds. I just grab whoever has seeds. I'm
Yeah.
like, can I grab a handful of seeds?
You know what I had with the Chinook, the Chinook seeds?
It's Chinook.
Chinook?
Oh my god,
think
those
it's
seeds are
Chinook.
amazing. They're meaty.
I didn't like this way the salt just like wears a hole in my lip. I mean, the tobacco didn't help that either, but
Yeah. I mean that doesn't help. So, all right. Let's do a quick prediction here. Let's talk about Who are your final 4 teams for the Northeast Shootout? All right, I know you guys. I mean, are we all in agreement here? We're putting Beat and Platinum Fire in the final 4.
I would.
I know you two are, Corey. It's more of a question for Corey and I. Platinum Fire definitely in the final 4. I have Platinum Fire. I have Platinum Fire winning it.
So you guys were missing guys in that first tournament, right? Jim
Correct.
wasn't there. Andy was kind of in and out. Yeah, I think that's fine. No fish. Yeah, well, I go those 2 for sure. Now I have to get back to that to see who else is in it.
It's hard not to predict the Pirates, right? Like they're buzzing.
Yeah.
After last weekend, yeah, you have to have the Pirates in there, I think. I mean, like to me, the final 4, I don't know, like I'm fucking chosen. Like here, so I've got Beat and Platinum. Here, I'll just put me Beat, Platinum Fire. And then I'm really struggling here, to be honest with you. I'm looking at Smoke, Chosen, Smith, Pirates.
Oh yeah, Smith is on here too.
You know, like so I've got 4 teams there, but I know Smoke is shorthanded. I love the fucking Pirates if they can do what they did in Merrimack. Smith is a little shorthanded too, I think, from what I've heard. I don't know a lot of these other teams, but that's kind of like so I've got 6. I don't know who it is.
I think I'm gonna go GTP, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep on GTP.
I have a lot of respect for those guys. They're a very good squad. So I'm gonna have them as they're gonna be I'll put them as as one of the top 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, those 2, the 2 B teams.
I mean, I figure we just do this and see what happens.
I'm gonna go Chosen GTP.
Okay, GTP. Jim, who did you have? GTP and who?
Pirates.
And Pirates. Okay. And D, you took Chosen and GTP.
Yep.
Okay. Coco, what do you?
I just haven't seen anybody play, so this is
so
well. Here's the thing too. What I'm really curious about
random
is that fucking Chosen kind of owes the Pirates a little bit of a shit kicking. They owe them a little slap. As Chosen was shorthanded, that's when we saw that post about the Pirates on the softball trash talk page. So I think Chosen has a little chip on their shoulder if Chosen and Pirates are matched up and they get to play. I'll tell you what, I'm fucking broadcasting that game. If those 2 end up playing each other down in Connecticut, I'm fucking broadcasting that. So Corey, who do you got?
So we go the 2 Bs.
Yep.
I'm going with the AUIT.
Okay.
And I'll go with Chosen.
Okay.
It's gonna suck when these teams all play each other in like the first 2 games, make it almost impossible.
Yeah, it's a few Chosen picks. 3.
Hey, do you know is everyone hitting the same amount of home runs, or is it based on is it gonna be like the highest, whatever the highest team is?
No clue. I know in New Hampshire they just
did all 5.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they do. I also heard, or I saw in the chat, that there is going to be a tester in Connecticut, and they will be testing the last 4 teams.
You know what? Do you guys still have that page up? Let's do something fun here. So I'm going Bad Beat and Platinum Fire. I'm gonna go with my Pirates. Oh, I want to pick Smoke, but man, they're shorthanded. I know they're missing a couple guys that are like fucking key players there, so I just can't do it in the final 4. It's tough. This is hard.
You're not playing for Smoke this weekend?
I'm geared up.
I thought you were on the team.
Hold on.
He's back.
I became an elite player as soon as I put this hat on. I'm gonna go. I just don't know enough. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna go Pirates and Smith because I want to see Smith continue to do well. But that's going off of anything. How about we pick a D team? Who's the best D team out of this? Who's the D team that really
highest D
goes?
finisher?
Yeah.
That's
Why
what I
not?
thought would be a good idea.
Yeah, and I'll start since I'm looking at it. I just threw it out there. I love my Vermont team. They just haven't played a lot lately. The Goliath Tech, Bandits, walk off. I love that Vermont team. I'm gonna go RDD.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Same.
All right. So it would be all four of us.
We're all taking RDD.
Not much drama there.
I mean, like, I know Blackout, everybody's saying don't sleep on them, and they had a great weekend this weekend, and I don't disagree with that. Like, for me, it's between RDD and Blackout. I'm going to go with RDD for one reason. They're coming from hard-hitting New Britain, and they're going to bring me some of the Alvarium. Please?
So I think just about almost all of these D teams will probably have to beat a team above their classification to not just go 0-2.
Yes.
Because they're all they're all going to be paired up with either a C or a B team, and then if they lose that game, they're gonna probably be playing a C or a B team.
Yeah.
Or probably a C team, because I don't think, yeah.
The team
It depends on the bracket, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at what a 19-team double elimination bracket looks like.
Yeah, maybe one team will sneak in. You never know.
Yeah.
The team I really want to do well, and it's because I played against them last year and I like the guys. I forget his name, number 55 on Tavern on the Point from Wallingford, Connecticut. I like this team. I played them a little bit against them a couple times last year, saw them at some tournaments. Really like these guys. I hope they just go out and do well. I don't know. I'm not a total twat. I just play one on TV.
I guess
So that's a good, like, I can't look at one of these teams. Like, if Pirates goes and does well, if Smith goes and does well, I'm not surprised and I'm happy.
Well, hold on real quick. We just had a little something brought to my attention. There's a D shootout, not a Dustin shootout, but a D shootout on Sunday after this tournament.
Yeah, the next day has it.
So let's pull it up. Let's see what happens here too. Thanks for bringing that to our attention there, Dave Morrison. Dave Morrison quickly becoming a great informant for the podcast.
17
Oh, boy.
teams
Holy
on a
shit.
Sunday tournament. Oh man.
Our informer department's getting bigger by the day.
And 9
Love it.
E teams.
We already had one informant.
Wow.
Now we got two.
So 26 teams will be there the next day too.
Man, and there are 17 teams in the D. That's crazy.
I'm not fucking around with this. I'm tapped out.
Um,
RDD, Mass Wolverines.
Mass Wolverines.
6 boroughs usually pretty good too.
Walk off has been pretty good.
Fuck, this is gonna be a great fucking walk off. Yeah, walk offs down there. Jesus Christ, this is a
Bunch of
great
people.
tournament.
Bunch of people taking Monday off.
Yeah, walk
Yeah.
off.
Just
So
no way to-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, they're doing 26 teams at the Plex that day.
I
You're
see
not-
6 or 7 teams that could win this. I think if Goliath Tech walk off from Vermont goes out and has a decent Saturday, maybe goes 2-2, 1-2, but like plays well, I could see them making a fucking run in this tournament too. I also don't know how you motherfuckers are going to go to work on Monday going back up to Burlington.
They're not going to work on Monday.
And
No
they bring
shot.
some of the Burlington beer down.
Oh shit! All right,
Love to get some foam.
love foam. Foam's great. Oh, Tavern does smash. I agree with you. Manello, Ribeiro. Listen, Manello. I love you guys. I love your uniforms. Like, go out and fucking have a day. You just went out there in Connecticut. You beat National Gold. You made sure Big Boy J Rowe knew that you guys beat National Gold, and I appreciate that. I love it. We're getting a little more controversial here. I guess no, we're not getting controversial. We're actually just picking a side of the fence, right? Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
I'm looking a little ahead here.
Yeah.
We're looking at close to 50 teams right now for the Beast of the East between all the divisions. There's 12
Dressed up for weekend.
12 signed up for the E, 24 signed up for the D, and then 11 signed up for BC.
So why don't they do B, C, D, E? Like group D and E together, group B and C together. Because you group BC, I know it's just numbers.
They are doing BC. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
but why not
Because
D and E?
Because there would be
There's
36 teams.
so many
Too
D
many
teams.
fucking teams.
Yeah.
They usually do that. They usually do D and E, and then they do a B and C.
So they actually, it's actually changed a lot. They used to just throw everybody into
A pool.
pods. Everyone played. It was It was like the
And
fire.
then did they do flights?
There were 2 flights, I think.
Yeah.
And then then they switched it to like it was at E and D, 2 separate tournaments for a while.
Yeah.
And then I think they did like a CD and then E, or maybe they did. No,
I know
it was-
that they
was
haven't
a
always let
C
in
and-
B. They haven't always let in B teams. I think
It's actually been like a short stint of like maybe like 5 or 6 years that they haven't.
I thought it was even
but
less than that, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe it is less than
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it used to be just being open. Like they would get the Canadians that would come down. They'd get B and C teams from all over the place.
Yeah, that's looking like a good turnout that day.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Hoping to get a few more teams in the upper tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we're already at 11, which is good. So
Yeah.
That's great. I like that. I'm glad we're doing this now, to be honest with you. Because I really enjoy kind of the chat we're getting. In the comments, we're getting people throwing a lot of stuff in, during when we're at the actual podcast. We're not going to sit here and interact with every comment, but we'll definitely bring it up on the pod. But this is what we're kind of doing this extra bullshit for. And I don't know, we're going to figure it out. I think we'll probably we've talked about going with Patreon but that's later when we kind of get this thing growing a bit, and we want to keep growing this for you guys. It's not going to be much, a couple bucks, literally. That's it. Especially if we get more numbers, it'll be less. It's more of just a pay for hosting and pay for, the camera work and that's all it is. But we love kind of what we're seeing here. So sorry.
it's not going towards any Marg Towers. Don't worry if that's what you think it's going to be. Maybe.
I mean, you can sponsor Mark Tower if you want. But I'm done. I'm tapping out.
Sleep well tonight, J-Ro.
I need to go take my poop.
Jeez. It's been 2 hours, man.
Don't
fall asleep in there, bud.
No, I just wish I was still at my old job where it didn't matter if I actually fucking worked or not. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around with us here. The couple of you, I like kind of the Wolverines chit chat going back and forth right now. But thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next week. Keep an eye out. Give us a like on, follow us on YouTube, Bring It Podcast, search us out. Once we get to 100, we can actually customize our URL. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. Please follow us on Facebook as you're interacting with us. But if you can share, that'd be great. We just want to keep growing this. So YouTube and Instagram is probably where we need to start growing next. But keep getting reposted by fucking John Kings. That's going to happen eventually. So thank you, John King. You're good.
Awesome.
Great job.
There is laser tag at the Plex. I'm reading.
Yeah.
Love
there
it.
is.
You.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.
Night.
All right. We're done streaming. I'm going to let this thing go. I'm out. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
See
putting
ya.
up. Sorry.
Good
taking
battle,
a while to
J-Ro.
get going, and I fucking was just talking nonstop.
I really don't think you were that bad, dude.
Nope, you're
I
good.
think that's what they want. They literally, when you started drinking,
People-
they
yeah.
said, "Now he's back." That's the J-Ro we were looking like.
Oh,
And
it's
Cooley
just-
said, "You want to use one of my drones this weekend?"
I don't
Oh,
know what I would do with a drone.
No,
I know. I was kind of
First
just
you have to
making
find
that
out
up.
First
Yeah.
you have to figure out how to fly a drone.